We start with new information at 10 o'clock on a shooting involving Seattle police officers in February. It turns out the handgun allegedly carried by the man shot and killed by police originally was purchased by a former King County Sheriff's deputy.
King 5's Amanda Grace is tracking this story for us tonight. Amanda.
Lori, Mark, the Seattle Times reports the King County Sheriff's Office has launched an internal investigation to figure out how that gun ended up in Shay Taylor's possession. The confrontation between police and Taylor was all recorded by a patrol car dash cam. The two officers who shot at Taylor say they saw Taylor reach toward what looked like a handgun in a holster. Well, the Times reports the .45 caliber handgun was found near Taylor, and it was originally purchased by former King County Deputy Daniel Murphy at an Issaquah gun store in 2013. The sheriff's office fired Murphy last year for an unrelated domestic dispute. Lori, back to you.
And new at 11, a bombshell revelation in the February shooting death of a man by Seattle police.
The Seattle Times reports the gun police say Shay Taylor had near him at the time of the shooting appears to have been purchased originally by a King County Sheriff's deputy. KIRO 7's Maria Guerrero is live in Tacoma after talking to Taylor's family. Maria?
Well, according to the Times, investigators with the ATF are now trying to figure out how this deputy's gun may have gotten into the hands of Shay Taylor. He was a felon and not allowed to have a gun. Well, his brother told me tonight and is claiming that someone within law enforcement must have planted it.
I'm not shocked nor am I surprised because from day one we have declared that my brother didn't have a gun, and if he didn't have a gun, we felt that it must be planted on him.
Andre Taylor says new details into the shooting death of his brother Jay at the hands of two Seattle police officers in February only back up his claim that Taylor was murdered.
It speaks to some of the concerns that specifically our community has, that, you know, the police will protect themselves and that they will break the law to protect themselves.
According to documents obtained by the Seattle Times, the gun found near Taylor was purchased by a King County Sheriff's deputy in 2013 at an Issaquah gun store. How the gun ended up with Taylor is not known. The Times says the sheriff's deputy was fired last year for an unrelated domestic dispute. He now lives in Utah and through his attorney disputes the claim, saying he is the victim of mistaken identity, saying he transferred his gun to a friend in Florida who still has it. King County Sheriff John Urquhart told the Times the department has opened an internal investigation.
What do you say if after this investigation, this part of the investigation finds that somehow this gun that is linked to this deputy was stolen and it ended up in your brother's hands? What do you say to
that? I think that that's exactly what we're going to say. I think that's something typical.
Now, this answer to all of this might lie with that gun store in Issaquah. According to the Times, the former deputy asked for records of his purchases. He's made several at that store, and that someone at that store said that they had three different people, three different customers with his same name. Reporting live in Tacoma, Maria Guerrero, KIRO 7 News.
Did the Cook County State Attorney make the right call here?
You know, it's very hard to know because now the trust is gone. You don't actually see the gun. They draw a circle and say, oh, that's a gun. Well, it could be a gun. It could just be his hand. It's grainy. So now you're relying on trust. You know that some Chicago cops and other big city cops do have what they call throwdown guns, guns that they drop at the scene. And so now,
that's
because
the old days, though, Vin.
you don't see that. Let me finish. I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk.
Okay.
So there's a lack of trust now when you have a police department that would hide for a year a videotape showing a police officer killing somebody. And listen, frankly, as soon as that police officer stopped shooting, the good cop should have arrested the police officer. I mean, that would give you confidence. So I do think now you got a big cloud of doubt over every police officer, and that's what's not fair.